Continuing the Gathic dictionary of Kenneth Sylvan Guthrie, and perhaps closing it, we have Vedata in a distribution, Vidayat, he may distribute, Vidish Emnais, with the distributors, Vido, partaking in, Vidas, who knows, Vidashe, for the knower, the expert, Vidasho, of the knower, expert, Vidaya, to comprehend, Vidvae, the knower, expert. Well, certainly try to become somebody who knows instead of just, well, I presume this is the case. Vidva e sham, of the opponents, of the enemies. Vidvano e, to know. Vidyat, he would like to know. Vijam yat, she will extend. Vimerenchite, extend that last e. They would destroy. Vinasti, they can find. Vinenasa, extend those two last a's. I will cause to disappear. Ooh, that sounds really magical. Vinenasa Vivra Atcha, hands, serfs, men. Vireng Visen, they would reduce. Vicenta, they reduce, raise. Vicente, they will gang. Vispa, all cases. Vispa hishas, all detecting. Vista, known. Vistu, knowingly, rightly. Visht aspa, chief of Magians. Vizibio, two villages. Vishyata, let him discriminate. Vivapat, he destroys. Sivap, to raise. Vivan Hasho, son of Vivahavant. Vivarashu, thou shalt seek to gang. But careful what you wish for, right? Vivanghata, Vivanghatu, you shall be happy. Well, the pursuit of happiness, it's not a right. It's a lot of choices involved, but there's nothing wrong with enjoyment in itself. Let me not be one to criticize people for the mere fact that something was enjoyed. Vividuya, Vividuya, Vidviduya, to know, understand. Vahu, good. Voista, thou knowest. Vahu, mana, like Angel Gabriel. Voista, thou knowest. Voivida iti, he learns to know. Voizdat, he raises. Voizyae, to raise. Vouru chasane, wide glancer. Voyatra, hopes. Vyaderesem, I shall behold. Vyam, reward, distribution. Vyanaya, with guidance, wisdom. And we're on to X. And the X-Files is short, apparently. Krafstra, savages. vermin-polluted small beast of prey. Krefstrais, Kra'adat shall terrify. Kra'odati, it shall tremble. Kra'asentam, let them cry up. Kra'azdishteng, the firmest, the hardest. Kratav, Krathwa, understanding whence. Ta'e, Tavu, Te'as, Thwa, Tu, Tum, Tus, and Tuscha are words that you can add to Kratav, are, well, suffixes that you can add to that. That are, well, I mean, there's the example that they're added. Krunyat, from bloody deed. Kruniramcha, bloodshed. Krura'is, bloody. Ksa'e, I will teach. Well, not too many, you know, very harsh. Well, it's sort of harsh sounding, so I guess that makes sense that you're not having too many good sounding things here. Kshan Maneh, to put up with. Kshapacha, with the night. Kshathra, ruler, realm, kingdom, power, and also an archangel. Kshathrim, a ruler. Kshayacha, O ruler. Kshaya, I shall rule. Yamneng, ruling. Yamno, he who is ruling. Yamta'e, they who are ruling. Yamto, of ruling. Yas, ruling. Yatha, thou rulest. Yahi, thou hast ruled. After Kshaya, Yamneng, Yamno. Well, you get the idea. So we're on to Kshayo, to destroy. Well, in the Black Alchemy, certainly sometimes you have to destroy something. Sometimes that's to make society better. Sometimes that's to make yourself better. Sometimes that's just to make a building or you know, get your garden ready for spring planting. Kshenta, Kshentam, let them rule. Kshma, with you. Kshmaibya, Kshmaibya cha, to or from both of you. Kshmaka, through your. Kshmakaya, of your. Kshmakae, for your. Kshmakam, of your. Kshmakem, your. Kshmat, by, from. Kshmavasu, among such as you. Kshmavatam, of such as you. Kshmavato, of one like you. Krishna asha'e, to satisfy. Krishna ashemno, I'm satisfying. Krishna ashen, they satisfy. Krishna us, satisfying. He is. Krishnavisha, I'm a satisfied. Krishnum, so as to satisfy. Krishnutem, satisfaction. Think of tarot card, you know, the 9 and 10 of cups, really. Kshasta, melted liquid. Kushvidemcha, milk, liquid food. Kshyo, to destroy. And all this mention of milk, well, to this day, 60% of people still can't properly digest any dairy, so it's kind of, well, you know, milk fat, I guess. But and it's not the best of foods, but it's for long-term nomadic peoples for thousands of years, perhaps nomadic and pastoral and that sort of thing. Ya, who, ya cha, above, ya da, when, soon as, ya es cha, which, ya et cha, who, ya ibias cha, to or from both whom, ya ibio, to or from whom, ya enho, before a crisis, ya esham, of whom, ya eshu, in which, ya he, in the crisis, ya ma'e, to whom, ya me, in which, ya is, as, ya is, with, or which, ya is, in the matter which, yam, a hold, yam, which, not with the T, yana'e, which us, yana'is, with benefactions, ya'aget, he joins, see ya'ag, whence, ya'aja, I join. Don't just join something to join. Ya'ajante, for the meeting. Ya'as, I will sanctify. Ya'azda. Ya'as, age, final, conclusion, concessive. Ya'as, da'ne, I will perfect. Ya'azda. Ya'azda, thou will perfect, who perfectest. Ya'azda. Yasa, I will entreat. Yas, whence. Yasas, entreating. Yasat, he entreats. Yascha, which. Yasna, hymns. Yasna, ya. Yasna, is. Yasnas, cha. Yasnem. It's also song, songs, celebrations, hymns, So what's implicit in Mazda Yasnahe Zarathustra is that all our songs, all our celebrations and all that are for God. Yasta, whoever. Yastat, he who. Yaste, I who. Yastem, whoever. Yat, sense. Yatha, how, as that. Yatha'is. Yatha'is, in accordance with these. Yathana, such as. Yathra, where. Ya'as, of an age, ever. Yav, whence. Yava, forever. Yava ta ete, in perpetuity. Yavat, as far as much. Yaveh, forever. Yavoe, forever. Yayae, of which. Yazae, I will worship. Yazete, he worships. Yazemna'enhu, being worshipped. Yazemnascha, adorations. So that, as opposed to nam, does sound like a word that would imply evoking and the sort of thing that would be, treating something as a divinity. Yeah, who, frequent. Yetcha, and who. Yahya, of which. Yem, which. Yama, twin. Yama, who, me. Yang, which. Youngstu, whom thou. Yasne, hymns. Yasna, whence. Yasniacha, hymns. Yazi, when. If, sense. Yazim, when. Yazivi, when. Yim, which. Yimas cheat, a certain Yima. Yo who. Yo ithema, we would hasten. Eugen, they join, a custom. Use, your. Yushmabia, for both of you. Yushmakaya, of your. Yushmakae, for your. Yushmakem, your. Yushmat, you. Yushmavatam, of such as you. Yusta, you that. Yukta, let them be joined. Yuzem, you. And so 2 words that we don't have that one might have expected me to share something about is Yazata and Yazdan. Yazdan meaning worship worthy, Yazata meaning, angel, but not Ahuras, but sort of a lesser angel term. So by angel I mean in an English sense, and certainly a lot of these cultures attributed things to the light beings that were not appropriate to them, like gender and such, and choice, but so Yazidi is kind of in between those two. It's a very old Za'emacha, through waking. Za-ya-cha, abandon. Zam-cha, earth. Za-ashat, from the delight. Za-ashe, for the delight. Za-asheng, delights. Za-ata, priest. Za-atas, priest. Za-az, ami, I invoke. So a priest is someone leading the invocation, presumably, but actually related to the word for fire, I guess. The guy who who stands closer to the fire and leads the whole thing. Oh, okay. Za-atar. Za-tar. Okay. Zarana Emma, we would vex. Zarath Ustra, old camels. Also, those really cute red camels. I mean, I never really thought of that till I saw them on a show once, that in Afghanistan, this one valley has these really cute camels, and that could be where his name comes from. So either red or yellow or... Zarazda'e, heart given. Zarazda'etes, heart faith. Zarem, purpose, effort. Zasta, hand. Zastavat, handy, energetic. Zasta ishta, hand wish, laborious token. Zabaya, I invoke. Zabayente, for invoking. Zaveng, calls. Zavo, strength. Zazenti, and they shall attain. Zadi, be. Zemo, of the earth. Zeradacha, with the heart. See Zered. Zavim, invocable. Za'aya. Zavishtim, swiftest, speediest. See the 8 of Wands in terms of a tarot card. Zavishtva, Zavishtya, whence. Zavishtya enhu. Zavishthyang, Z, 4. Zit, however it. Zo-ish-enu, trembling, shivering. Zo-ish-enav. Zashta, beloved, darling. See Za'ash. Similar to the Dawood, David, Zuta in the call. And okay, so if we had the young Avesta, you know, the other 55 and the 72 yasanas, I think there's some supplementary things connected to that, like the intro and stuff like this. But we have various things here of how to make the duals and the plurals, and I don't know how well I could share of what's being said that, but the spiritual message of literature, I guess that book, you can say, is an example of Kenneth Sylvan Guthrie's life mission. And I guess I have had symbolic interpretation of art, and some of that has been a fictional reading, but I've, for the most part, have abandoned that sort of thing. There's certain teaching stories that they're supposed to express their life and that sort of thing. So it's not quite the same as picking up a novel. But the most important stuff is trying to figure out the truth behind the myths, because there's been metanomials, metaphors, similes, a lot of stuff that has been quite said. And there's the experience of myth. When you look at the experience of myth, it's like Fredown Rasti's page and listening to the Gathas, you know, clear through in a day. It's like very few scriptures even come close to the feeling that listening to the Gathas in Avestan is going to do for a person. If you know there's issues with it and you don't quite believe in its transmission and some of the things that it's being said, you know, don't want to necessarily attribute everything in world scripture to the prophets that it's being attributed to. But the next book is going to be a lot, you know, a lot less on the boring side, as some people would call it. But Zoroastrianism, Religion of the Good Life, Rustam Masani, and this book is from 1938. So I'll be sharing it for research, criticism, review, and since it's the age that it is, certainly 1968. See, we got 51 years since the new thing, but you know, you see these translations. It's like it's obviously been taken over by someone else, and a few different companies have some things. So, you know, we're talking 81 years later. So it's a bit different, but that's my purpose. Krishnatra Horohemasta Eshamvaha Kam Namasta Eshamvaha.